like, that's also why I saw, like, you know, that the price of living was way cheaper out there. Um, like, I could get, like, a two-bedroom house for, like, $1,300. Meanwhile, here, you can only get a one-bedroom, one-bathroom apartment for $1,300, which is what I got. But, like, you see the difference? Like, major difference. And there are, like, you know, states and certain cities out there that, you know, they do have these cheap apartments and cheap places in different states. New York is just all around expensive. But, you know, I just saw a lot. I, again, didn't live in the greatest of areas. I lived about, like, 5 minutes down the road from a major city. And a lot of crime, a lot of things, shifty things and shady things that went on around there. And I just constantly always felt I had my guard up. I left my car out on the street and I paid the price for that. Don't leave your car out on the street when there's a major city that's not great. 5 minutes from you, to say the least. I woke up with a broken window, to say the least. Not fun. So, I mean, that was an experience because I was like, okay, what do I do now? Like, and it made me realize I'm not in the safest of areas. But thank God nobody was hurt at the end of the day. It could have been worse. You know, my car could have been gone. There could have been so much worse that went on at that point. So yeah, I mean, moving out of state changes a lot of things. You just realize, like, the difference. For me, there was a major stress difference. Like, yeah, I'm stressed here, but it's a different type of stress than what I was dealing with. At least my guard's not up 24/7. You know, I'm more comfortable here, at least. You know, yeah, like, I'm stressed out because I'm going through a lot right now. But, I feel better about being here. I really do. And sometimes I still want to leave. And I definitely not my forever state. I have my heart set on a certain state right now. But, that'll come out in further videos. And I don't know, it's just when you go out there on your own, experience life, and I did something a lot of people won't do. A lot of people would be like, that's crazy. You went out there with somebody you didn't know and you only knew for 2 weeks. Yeah. A little crazy. But you know what? I took a risk because that's what I wanted to do. I was open-minded about it, and I thought, okay, maybe this would be it. Maybe, you know, this could be something that is my future. You know, maybe this is where I need to be. And, you know, a lot of people kind of stay in their home state. They don't know anything other than that. They're comfortable, but this was something I felt I needed to do for me. So I made that decision to leave. And I can say now, it changed my life. It truly did. Again, changed my perspective on everything. I learned a lot about myself. I grew in a way I never thought I could grow. You know, I was able to literally learn to live in a whole different state on my own without anybody but myself at the end of the day. That is all I had. So when you have nothing but yourself, you sit down and you're like, okay, I have my own back. You know, it helps you to be stronger. It helps you to gain that independence. I was put in the position plenty of times where I was just alone. I wasn't physically alone, but mentally I felt alone. I didn't feel like anybody understood me. I didn't feel like anybody had my back. I felt like at the end of the day, it was just like I had my own back, and I just felt like nobody was looking out for me. So, and I didn't have the support that I felt I needed. So that's something I noticed, that when you move out of a different state, you need that physical support. Like, yeah, like your friends are there for you from your hometown, and you know, you can call them and be like, hey, can I talk to you? You know, but that physical support, when it's not there, it's more difficult. It truly is. And I really felt that. You know, I really didn't get the chance to make too many friends. I could say I have a group of 2 friends out there, but I also didn't open myself up enough to go hang out with them, so that is in turn my own fault. I didn't make enough time because of everything going on. I was very closed out, and I just felt, I don't know if I could trust these people because, you know, I'm used to who I'm used to, and yeah. But, you learn to figure it out, and then you leave and you're like, oh, I definitely could have trusted these people, and like, you're just like, damn it, what did I do? But, you know, then you gain friends, and you know friends somewhere else, and you can go visit, and you can go do your own thing while you're there. So yeah, I mean, it was just a different experience, really. I, you know, went looking for just that, and I guess in the long run I thought, okay, I thought I had a future with a specific individual, and I will not name that specific individual right now, but I thought I had a future, so I went with it. Turns out now, you know, year and a half later, here I am, hi. You know, there was no future, unfortunately. It just wasn't there. And that's unfortunate. It happens, but at least it was an experience. You know, I got to see what that person was like, and then I took the lessons I learned, and I took, you know, learning about that person, and I'm able to now navigate through other people and that I know, and see like, oh, they have similar issues, so I know how to deal with that one-on-one. So now I'm able to deal with certain other individuals and their behaviors, and because I learned how to deal with those behaviors. And that's a lot of what I want to do in my life. Like, I want to go to school to be a social worker. So I like to study behaviors. Like, I will see a behavior and I will either look it up online, or I will like literally sit there, analyze it, and try and figure out, okay, how do I deal with this behavior? How do I, help this person? Because that's who I am. When I care about somebody, I do everything that I possibly can to help that person. And yeah, I mean, I just learned a lot. It definitely helped me in the aspect of, I struggled, and I still do struggle. I'm still currently struggling with it. I struggled to put myself first and take care of myself. And now I'm kind of being forced to take care of myself because people are like, you need to, and you're not putting me first. And I just struggle with it. It's a mental battle. Because I grew up thinking, oh, putting yourself first is wrong. Taking care of yourself is wrong. And it's like a mental thing in my head. Like, whenever I take care of myself, I can only do it for so long. And then I stop. And I start taking care of other people. Because that's just how I am. And I tend to kind of like negative self-talk that. Because of how I was raised and how I grew up. So that's a bad habit I'm trying to break. I'm trying to break codependency. That kind of became a thing out there again because originally I wasn't codependent, and then I transferred into being codependent again because the only person I could rely on out there was that person. So now I have to reverse all that and pull back a little bit. And learn to be independent again a little more. So, yeah, codependency is not fun. And it just helped me to see that I really, truly need to take care of myself. Because again, if I didn't, and I didn't put myself first, and I didn't come back here, it wouldn't have been good. I would have ended up in a state by myself with no car and no way to get anywhere, and had not many people. And no source of income. Because without a car, there's no source of income. So yeah, and then I realized, okay, all these other bills are coming at me that I've been behind on for God knows how long. So I needed to get those straightened out. Whoops. That was not a fun thing for me. So, I made the decision to come back, and I realized that it was one of the best decisions I've ever made. It was hard. It was hard at first because you're with somebody for a year and a half, and you're hanging out with them. You're doing everything you want to with them, and then they're gone. It took me a lot of guts to leave. It took me about 7 months to probably leave. And then I left. I was finally like, nope, I need to leave. And it took me about 2.5 weeks to not talk to them. And I finally realized, I need to move on with my life. I can't continue to live on with this person. Like, yeah, I love and care about them, and I always will, but I need to start doing that from a distance. And then, when you move back to a place and you do start to do your own thing, people kind of start to come to you. That's just how it works with anybody. And in the process of people coming to me, somebody came to me a few months back, and now they're here fully and completely. I don't want to say who that person is, but they've helped me in a tremendous way to move on. They've helped me during my healing process, and I'm grateful for them. They've always pushed me forward whenever I felt I got picked up. I don't know, I'm being motivated to push forward and to do what I have to do to get better and to live a better life. Yeah. It's hard because I want to sit here and talk for hours. I just want to say everything about this person because as of late I have felt so amazing and so happy. Like, I've never been so happy in my life. They make me one of the happiest human beings in the world, and I feel total butterflies, like insane butterflies. Okay, I need to stop getting into this, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's just that person out there who's gonna always pick you up when you fall, motivate you to get better, like push you forward, help you during your healing process, love you unconditionally, protect you. And I feel that. But what led me to coming back here too was the fact that I visited here for like a week before I came back. I didn't want to leave. I came back and I said, I don't want to leave, because I didn't want to go back to the life I was living. I was living a life where, that I didn't want to live anymore. I knew my chapter was done. I knew it was over there. And I realized coming back how much support I had here, how many people I had here who make me happy. Just the love that people have for me here is tremendous, and it was exhilarating. My first few days here, I didn't even feel anything. I was just like on cloud nine. I was like, la 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 la, and then I started feeling stuff, and I was like, shoot. I remember why I didn't like it here for that in particular, but it's different this time. So yeah, I mean, I really need to just make another video about the whole other thing because I need to get it out. But I'm gonna end here for now. That's kind of the basis of what's going on with me at the moment and how I got here. Without getting into too much detail, but just live life, take those risks, because you never know. Like, why live life in a bubble? Why be like, oh, that's so scary, Like, I get it. It is scary. I was scared. I was scared out of my mind. But I was like, if I don't take this risk right now, what's gonna happen if I don't take this risk? Like, I wasn't gonna learn anything. I wasn't gonna grow. I wasn't gonna get better. Like, I was just gonna constantly stay in one spot. And if I never left here, I wouldn't have healed from certain things. Because now I can do certain things that I couldn't before. I healed from certain past traumas. Not fully, but partially. Because now I can go into places that I couldn't go into before. Because I feel that confidence. I feel better. And I'm not holding on to those things anymore. I was able to let go of certain things by experiencing all of this. And that's why I say you gotta, take that risk and get out there, because if you don't, you're not gonna be able to let go of your current life. You're not gonna be able to let go of everything, like all your trauma and all your shit. Literally, like, that's how we move forward, is by, taking those risks. And it's scary, I'm not gonna lie, like, but you just gotta do it. Really, just do it. Mike Nike says, just do it. Like, so, yeah. Beings, this is my first video. I don't really know how to end it, but just really, take risks and live life. It'll help you grow, and it'll help you heal, for real.